I'm Alexis.
And I'm Tiffany, and we're the hosts of Legit KidLit, a video series where we get to see into the secret and silly lives of authors and illustrators.
We love to celebrate and promote books, but most of all, we want to say hey to all you readers out there trying to find that right book for you. We hope that you can find some new reads after today.
Today we welcome Brittany Thurman, author of Fly, which is published by Caitlin Doley Books, an imprint of Simon Kids, and arrives January 11th, 2022. So when Africa signs up for a double Dutch competition, her brother laughs. How can she be in a competition when she's never double Dutched before? But Africa's going to prove to the world what she's made of. First, however, she's going to get a little help from her friends. So what if they haven't double Dutched either? Each has a skill they'll gladly share, and soon Africa's confidence is soaring, high enough to fly. Hi Brittany, welcome to Legit KidLit, episode 51. We are so excited to get to chat with you today and have some fun. So let's start off by hearing more about you.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany Thurman and I am so excited to be here today. I am from Louisville, Kentucky, but I've kind of lived all over the place, from Pittsburgh to London to Germany and Raleigh, North Carolina. I write picture books, middle grade, and I hope one day to write young adult too. I love to bike ride, I love art, I love museums and spending time with my family. Fly is my debut picture book, which releases January 11th, 2022. But I also have other work on the way, which I am so excited to one day be able to share with you.
Yay, that is so exciting hearing about all of your upcoming projects. We would love to hear more about Fly. So we love the beautiful cover illustrated by Anna Kuna. What are some of your thoughts when you look at the cover?
So the first time I looked at the cover, my editor sent it to me through email, and I had a moment where I cried in a sense. Definitely gasped, definitely lost the ability to say, what it was that I was experiencing or feeling at the moment, because I don't think that anything ever prepares you for the illustration of your first picture book. So the illustrations within the book, but then also the cover. And to me, Africa looked free. She is free on this cover. She is in her element. My first reaction was that it seems as if she is floating, of course, because that is what it looks like, but she has this feeling inside of her where she can do anything. I think that feeling comes when you are in the zone, whether you're a writer or an artist or whatever medium that you are in. Sometimes when you're in the zone, you just have this feeling of I can accomplish and do and achieve anything. And to me, that's what this cover evokes. It is that feeling of she is passionate about her desires, and no matter what she attempts to do, she will always soar at it. And so I loved everything about the cover, from her hair to her bow to her dress, because yellow is my favorite color. And then the incorporation of birds, the birds that are double dutching with her, it was just so beautiful to me and magnificent, and just so many words that at the moment when I first saw the cover, I really couldn't even describe the feeling that I had. It just brought me so much joy, which is what Africa has on this cover and throughout the book.
I agree. That cover screams confidence and joy and excitement and freedom. I absolutely love it. Complete this sentence. Fans of blank will want to read Fly.
So this was a hard one because I read so many books, and so many books really captivate me, and so sometimes it's hard to compare, right? But I think that fans of Sueli by Lupita Nyong'o and fans of What If by Samantha Berger will love Fly. Both books are about self-esteem, motivation, perseverance, and following your dreams and passions, and just following who you are innately. And this is also what Fly is about and who Africa is. So if you love Swahili by Lupita Nyong'o, and if you love What If, because that is one of my favorite books, What If by Samantha Berger, then you will also love Fly.
I love both of those books, and that, your book will fit right in there. I agree.
So as a kid, I had a lot of things that I wanted to do. I wanted to double dutch. I wanted to swim. I wanted to play soccer. And I remember once in middle school, I tried out for the soccer team. And during the tryouts, I left because I felt that I wasn't good enough. I felt that I didn't have all of the experience that the other people who were trying out, they had done soccer before. So I felt that I was not in my element, and I gave up. But, which is one reason why I wrote Fly, so that people can know, so kids can know, follow your dreams. I want people, kids who read Fly to know that their dreams are achievable, that their passions are achievable, but ultimately that you don't have to know the end result when you want to do something. You don't have to know how you're going to get from point A to point B, but you just have to try. And Africa doesn't know how to double dutch. She doesn't know how she's going to compete, but she knows that she has this deep down desire and that she wants to do it. And sometimes that want is all that we need, as long as we follow through with what it is that we're doing, whether it's double dutch or swimming or soccer or biking, whatever it is. Just following through, and each day you will get better. But from the very beginning, you don't have to know how you're going to achieve that dream, but you do have to know that your dream is achievable. So that's that takeaway that I want kids and parents, adults to have, because picture books are not just for kids. But please follow your dreams and your passions and your desires, and don't give up.
I really like that you don't have to know the end result, and that you can keep following your dreams and all the goals that you want, even without knowing the outcome. That is really good for kids and for everyone. So that's really resonating with me right now, and I love that. Did you participate in double dutch when you were a kid?
No, I did not. Because I was a very nervous child. I was afraid of almost everything. Like, I was very outgoing, but certain things terrified me. So those two double dutch ropes, just how fast they go, I did not feel that I had the ability to run into them and jump. A single jump rope, I was great. I was perfect. I was like the queen of jump ropes. I could run into a single jump rope. I could run out of a single jump rope. I could twist and turn in a single jump rope. But with two jump ropes at one time, I did not double dutch as a kid. But I wish I had. I really do wish that I had that experience, and it's something that I want to learn before Fly comes out. While Fly is out, I would love to double dutch with kids at libraries and schools, and I would love for them to teach me things about how they jump or the things that they want to do. But double dutch is one thing that I wish that I had experienced as a child, but unfortunately I didn't have that experience.
So we noticed that you had a chance to read aloud Fly to some students already. What were some of their reactions?
That's so cool that you used to double dutch. You might have to show me or tell me some tips so that I can learn. One thing I also wanted to say was that I love what I see when I see people double dutch. I love their energy and their motivation, but I also love the teamwork and the community that is involved with double dutch. When you look at double dutch competitions, the kids within the teams are so supportive of each other. And I also feel that they're supportive of the people that aren't on their team. They just want people to succeed, and I love that. And that's what Fly is also about. It's about community. It's about helping others. I was able to read Fly to kids at my little cousin's daycare. This was a mixture of toddlers, babies, and maybe like 1 or 2 preschoolers. And I could not have imagined their reaction beforehand. They were captivated by Africa, just the cover, right? Because that cover does just captivate you. But there was a baby, probably about 10, 11 months, sitting next to me, who was just pointing at Africa. I asked them what they thought Africa was doing, and immediately their reaction was, she's flying. Someone said, oh, she's on her tiptoes, oh, she's in the air. And they immediately got that from the very beginning. They also were trying to imitate Africa. So throughout the story, Africa tries different things that her friends think will help her to double dutch. So they teach her how to step and how to do gymnastics and how to do hand clap games, because hand clapping is very much a part of jump rope. And the kids were also doing that along with the story, which was beautiful to see. It was exciting to see. It was fun to do that with them. And ultimately, you know, even though there were toddlers and preschoolers, it was an age of ranges. They were so captivated by Africa in her goal, which was, you know, what I wanted to do with this story. That it was beautiful to see the kids got it right from the very beginning. Before I even opened the book, it was Africa is flying.
I love that, and how cool and beautiful for them to be able to see you, the author, you know, reading your story to them. They may not even, I mean, I'm sure preschoolers and toddlers don't even understand the impact of that at this moment, but, you know, just them being able to see you reading your own story is pretty impactful. So have you always wanted to be an author, or were there other careers that you considered growing up?
Yeah, so as a kid, I kind of wanted to be a little bit of everything. I always think about the very first thing I wanted to be, because I think as kids we think of whatever we see on TV or whatever we're watching in media. So unfortunately, the first thing I wanted to be was a dinosaur when I was about 5, but that's another story. I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be an architect. I wanted to be a swimmer. I wanted to be in the Olympics. I wanted to be an ice skater. I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be an actress, and my early career before writing was in theater. I was in the background of theater, so I wasn't really on stage, but I just love everything about theater and musicals and Broadway and London's West End. So I wanted to be a bit of everything, but in particular, architecture captured my heart. I would tour houses, and I would go home, and then I would write out floor plans. I would draw houses, as kids do, but on the flip side of that, I would also draw floor plans for houses. So architecture captured my heart, but I'm not great at math, so that was a no-go. But I chose writing because I felt that I could kind of be anything. One day I could write about a girl who double dutches. Another day I can write about a kid doing theater. I could write a book about architecture. I could just write these things, these people that I wanted to be, which is why I have gone down this path of writing. But if I wasn't writing, and if I was good at math, I would 100% be an architect.
I wonder if there's like programs where people who, you know, need a little bit more support with math, which would be me also, you know, but we're interested in something math related, like if they could partner with someone, or I'm sure there is, but that would be neat. Because I feel like if you really enjoyed it, like that could be a cool side project. I don't know. You're probably way too busy to have any side projects.
That would be really cool. I kind of always look at the free programs, that some colleges have. Think like Harvard or some colleges have like free programs where you can take free courses. And in the back of my mind, on the radar, right? I one day want to take a class to learn something new. So maybe there is a class that would help me with math and help me to understand architecture. I think maybe ultimately one day so that I can put it in a book.
Are there any fictional characters that you identify with?
So I've been thinking about this all morning and I have not come up with one, and maybe that's because there are many that I identify with. Like I identify with the little girl from What If. I identify with Sully. I identify with Malika from The Skin I'm In. So maybe ultimately if there's one character, it would be Malika from The Skin I'm In. But there are so many books that I've read, especially recently, especially books that feature kids with my complexion, with my hair, that really resonate with me. I think that ultimately when I think about identifying with a character, that character is identifying with the younger me, the kid that I was, and the kid me who wanted to see themselves in media. And that's how I can identify with these characters. So those are the three: Sully, the kid from What If, and Malika from The Skin I'm In.
Do you have any encouraging words for kids who would like to start writing but maybe don't know where to start?
Yes. First, I say just begin. You don't, like I say for Fly, you don't have to know the end result with writing. You also don't have to know the end result. Just know that you can do it, that your words matter, and that we need your words. We need to hear your thoughts and views and your descriptions and your dialogue. We need your creativity. We need your stories. We need your imagination. So please, no matter what, just write that story. Get a notepad, get a piece of paper. If you just want to scribble down ideas during the day, then that works too. You don't have to have your computer. You don't have to have fancy materials. You just have to have your imagination and your motivation to do it.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And if teachers or librarians or students wanted to get in touch with you or have an author visit, can you tell us where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me at my website. It's www.brittanythurman.com. You can also find me on my email, which is brittjanae1986@gmail.com. I'm on social media, Twitter at Janae Brittany, that's JaneeBrittany, and Instagram at BrittJanae, that's BrittJanee. I love school visits, virtual or in person when we're able to do that. I love doing story times because I used to work at a children's library and do story times, so I would definitely love to do an author visit and to read Fly and to speak more about being an author and following your dreams.
After this episode, I know that teachers are going to want you in their classroom because your book and you have such amazing words for the youth that I really needed. And it's going to be a tough year for a lot of students who are returning to school, that you have such an uplifting and beautiful message that I think it's going to be really important. Well, thank you to all of our viewers who stopped by today to hear Brittany talk about her book, Fly. And we hope that you have found some new books to read, and we hope to see you next week.
Bye. Thanks again.